Today we're going to part this chicken. You will need a sharp knife. First thing we're going to do is cut right through the skin by the thigh and cut close to the body. And then you're going to pop the thigh upward. And you see that bone joint right there? Now you're going to cut right through the two joints. And there you have the thigh and the leg. Do the same thing with the other side. Cut right through the fat and the meat close to the body. And pop that thigh upward to where you see that joint pop out. Right there. And then cut right in between that joint and where it went into the socket at. This is much easier to do if I turn the chicken around since I'm right-handed, but I'm trying to keep this your direction. Now to remove the wings, you want to go from the underside upward. And you can also cut from the bottom upward and then again, and you can finish it off by cutting from the top down. Okay, so now we're going to remove the chicken back. You can use a sharp knife or you can use some kitchen shears. This pair of scissors that I am using actually came from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And they work pretty good for this. And cut both sides. Now that chicken back, save that and you can use that to make stock with. Now we're going to split the chicken breast. You see that dark spot right there? That dark spot shows the center of the two chicken breasts. So we're going to line up our meat cleaver and get it at the top right there and then just gently push down and it splits nice and easy. You can see where that dark spot split in two. Now I'm going to show you how to separate the leg from the thigh. So you'll see there's a bend right there. And then you see that white strip of fat right there. So you want to cut just below that white strip of fat right in that joint. But cut just below that white strip of fat on closer to the leg side. Again, you see the bend, and you see that white strip of fat that goes up over the thigh, right there. So again, cut just below that white strip of fat, but on the leg side. Let's go ahead and debone chicken breast. We're going to use the tip of our knife, and this is a meat carver knife, so it has a flexible tip, and we're going to run it right in between the sternum there of the chicken and the chicken breast itself. Just run it right alongside, and you'll just start pulling it apart as you're working. And you'll be able to feel with the tip of the knife where the bone is, so just use the knife and follow along the bone. Some of these are pretty easy and some require a little bit more work, but it's not hard. And there will be a little curved piece of bone at the top of the breast. Sometimes you can get this out all at once, or sometimes you'll need to go back in with the knife and cut it out, or simply pull it out with your fingers. And there you go. See the chicken ribs and part of that middle section, the sternum there? Perfect. Go ahead and keep that along with the chicken back, and you can use that to make stock and broth. Now here's that bone I told you about. You can just pull it out with your fingers or cut it out. There you go. You can see we have a boneless chicken breast now. This is a rather large chicken breast, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this and get more servings out of this. So you can take the skin off if you want. There'll be a couple sections where you will need to cut it off, like at the bottom and the side and the top, but for the most part you can just pull it off with your hand. And keep the chicken skin. You can use it in broth or stock or to flavor other things, or simply leave it attached. This extra piece right there, that is the tenderloin or chicken tenders. So you can leave that attached if you want, or cut it off and separate it and bag it up separately. Because this is a rather large chicken breast, we're going to split it in half. There are different ways you can do it. This way, I'm going to show you right now, I'm doing so you can see how to butterfly a chicken breast. So you turn it on its long side and just start cutting it lengthwise like this, but don't let it be cut completely in two. But that right there is how you butterfly a chicken breast. Now, you can go ahead and cut it into separate pieces, and those are still good size chicken breast. And see? And a serving of meat is about the size it fits in your palm. So you can actually cut those two pieces into two more pieces and equal 4 servings. So we have 2 large servings or 4 servings. And see how simple that is? You can do it too.